It's Classic Country 100.1 WGLC. Good morning. Joined on the phone by our favorite friend in weather, Matt Friedlein. Good morning.
Good morning, Charles.
It has been a interesting last week or so, and you got yourself a big position upgrade. Now, you were stationed in Romeovile, right?
That's correct. Yep, been stationed in Romeovile, and it has been an active spring, and amongst the active weather and water there, an opportunity came along at the office in the Quad Cities to serve as their what's called Science and Operations Officer, and so I'm taking that opportunity here starting this week here in late April.
So you're going to be the Commander Spock of the National Weather Service office in the Quad Cities then, right?
That's exactly what my mom made the analogy to with that title. Yeah, it certainly sounds like that. It is a position that infuses the latest science, the latest research into operations, and trains the forecasters. Like a lot of disciplines, we need to keep up on our training, and each Weather Service office needs to do the same. And so this position oversees the internal training, the operations workflow, and also evaluates how our forecasts and warnings doing. People want to know that, and we want to always be better at that. So we're constantly looking back at events and learning, and this position oversees that.
And you are Mendota's very own, of course, so you've come a long way from the streets of the world's greatest little city, and now you're going to be in the Quad Cities doing stuff for the National Weather Service office there. So you're not necessarily going to be sounding the alarm every time there's a weather event in the area, but pretty close, right?
Yeah, our area in the Quad Cities goes as far east as Bureau and Putnam County, and I should say each Weather Service office serves dozens of counties across usually portions of a couple states, and basically it's how far the Doppler radar can see. And so the office in the Quad Cities in Davenport, Iowa, cover as far east as Bureau and Putnam. The office in Romeoville covers as far west as Lee and LaSalle County. And those are the counties that we're in charge of issuing warnings for and forecasts for, and collaborating with the broadcast media and emergency management too.
And you guys also release balloons there, right?
That's correct. That's one of the unique things there that Chicago doesn't have is weather balloon launches. Yep, twice a day weather balloons are launched. They're launched in sync across the globe at the same times, what's called 0 Zulu and 12 Zulu, and that Zulu is Greenwich, England time. And those balloons sample the atmosphere all the way up, if you can believe it, to around 70,000 feet before the balloon bursts, and the package of instruments as a parachute that opens and floats gently back to the ground. Many end up in farmers' fields or in the oceans, and they're biodegradable in that. They're also recyclable, though, if found, too. They allow us to see the atmosphere, and also the data goes into computer models to help provide better forecasts going forward. Now,
how do they keep airplanes from hitting those? Because I think once you let them go, you don't have any control over them. I mean, they're going up, but...
That's right, yeah. There haven't been any incidents to my knowledge with that. We've heard of planes seeing them, the amount of aircraft relative to how few weather balloons are actually launched there, it doesn't happen very often that they're in close tandem to each other, especially with the office in Chicago not releasing them, given how much air traffic there is near there.
Now, if you are a farmer and you find one of these in the field, mind you, I've found 2 of them in my life so far. What do you do with a weather balloon once you find one, besides, first off, claiming it's a UFO?
That is really something that you found, too, and they probably are from my new office in the Quad Cities, more than likely. Yeah, just because of how it works with common westerly winds, they'll often end up somewhere in north-central Illinois. But when finding them, there'll be instructions on the small instrument package with with what you can do with them. And over the years, that's changed. They've been made more environmentally friendly too, so they can be disposed of, but there could be instructions as well on how to send back, and so they can be refurbished. Some of the instrumentation in there can be refurbished, so that always saves the taxpayers a little money too, so that's a good thing.
How excited are you about getting this new position and the new duties involved?
Yeah, I'm thrilled about it. It's a position I have seen myself in over the years, and to be able to kind of give back with forecasting for a long time, but now to train forecasters and to help with the efficiency of operations, because forecasting day to day and night to night with the rotating shifts, the active weather you mentioned since March here in Northern Illinois, that can be draining for the forecasters on shift. So I want to do everything I can to make it efficient, to ensure that they're still learning on shift and that they're providing the best service. And that, of course, makes the public happy as well.
So what can you do in that office to prevent a heat wave from happening this summer? Like, can you keep temperatures only in the low 90s at best?
Well, that's the Spock part of the title, controlling the weather.
Yeah.
that we are not yet to that level.
That's unfortunate. I had my hopes up. You're releasing balloons. I figure at this point you'll be seeding the clouds and then blocking out the sun and keeping things cooler to reduce our utility bills.
That would be nice, the modification end, but no, we are not doing that, at least as of yet.
Well, that'll be the top secret things they'll have you doing in no time flat. Congratulations on the new role. Look forward to speaking to you whenever we have any crazy weather happening. I assume you'll still be the one we reach out to.
Well, thank you very much, Charles. And yes, I would welcome any of the calls anytime from WGLC. It's always my pleasure to get to speak to the home country.
All right. Thank you so very much. Matt Friedlein, National Weather Service.
Thank you.